like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Diorpop. Have you ever looked at someone and, without knowing why, thought they're already taken? No ring on their finger. No official announcement. No words spoken out loud. Just a feeling, quiet, persistent, like your heart noticed something before logic could catch up. Now look at Jungkook when he's with Jimin. That gaze. The way his body moves closer without thinking. The subtle shift of his shoulders, instinctively protective. The way his smile softens, becoming calmer, warmer, more intimate. That is not the expression of an idol performing for a camera. That is the expression of someone whose heart is already tied to another. And this is where a question begins to echo through the fandom, sending chills down spines. A question that sounds crazy at first, yet somehow feels impossible to ignore. Is Jungkook already married, in his heart? For some, that question feels exaggerated, unrealistic, impossible. But when you truly pay attention to how Jungkook behaves around Jimin, how his eyes change, how his body reacts before his mind can even form an excuse, that question no longer feels like clickbait. It turns into something unsettling, something that makes your heart beat a little faster. Something that makes fans whisper softly, what if they've already crossed a line we never expected? Jungkook has long been known as the cheerful, playful magne. Bright smiles, endless energy, a free spirit enjoying the world with open arms. But there is another side of Jungkook, one that only appears when he is near Jimin. A side that is more mature, more grounded, more responsible. Like a man who knows exactly who matters most in his life. Whenever Jimin is by his side, Jungkook is no longer just the adorable, lively idol everyone knows. He becomes someone who instinctively wants to protect, to comfort, to make sure the person in front of him feels safe and loved. There is a quiet steadiness in the way he stands, a certainty in the way he moves, as if Jimin's presence gives him a purpose beyond the stage. The way Jungkook looks at Jimin is not ordinary. It is not the look of a coworker. It is not even the look of a close friend. It is a gaze filled with possession, care, and warmth, something difficult to put into words. As if the world around him fades away, leaving only one person who truly matters. Many fans say that kind of look belongs only to someone deeply in love. And if we're honest with ourselves, Jungkook has never looked at anyone the way he looks at Jimin. The small touches on the back, hands finding each other without conscious thought, standing positions that always drift closer. None of it feels planned. None of it feels forced. It all feels natural, reflexive. As if his body already knows where Jimin belongs. As if their closeness isn't something they decided, but something that has lived inside them for a long time. And so the question returns, softer but stronger. Is Jungkook already married? Not literally, not with rings, not with paperwork, but emotionally, mentally, sincerely, as if his heart has already been bound to one person, and that person is Jimin. Because marriage is not always about ceremonies, white suits, or vows spoken at an altar. True marriage is about choosing one person every single day, about making one person the center of your small universe, about quiet commitment, even when no one is watching. And by that definition, many fans believe Jungkook has long been married to Jimin in his own way. Notice how Jungkook reacts when Jimin looks tired. His expression changes instantly. His laughter fades. His focus narrows to one thing only, is Jimin okay? He moves closer, speaks more slowly, more gently, with careful attention. No panic. No drama. Just sincerity. Like someone who is already used to taking care of the person they love. When Jimin speaks, Jungkook doesn't just hear him, he listens. Fully. His eyes follow every movement, his expression filled with curiosity and admiration, as if every word Jimin says is something precious, something worth holding on to. And perhaps the most striking part of all, Jungkook is never awkward about his feelings around Jimin. He doesn't hide them, but he doesn't show them off either. Everything flows naturally. That's why so many people believe this isn't a temporary emotion. Not something for content. Not something for cameras. This is a feeling that has existed for a long time, quietly deepening, settling into his bones. Many fans say Jungkook looks like a man who is already taken. Like someone whose heart is full, not because he's closed off to the world, but because he has found his own. And that world is Jimin. Watch how Jungkook protects Jimin in crowded spaces. How he instinctively places himself slightly in front, like a shield. This is not simple politeness. This is instinct. The instinct of someone who feels responsible for the safety of the person they love. Jungkook's smile toward Jimin is different too. It isn't a professional smile for fans. It's a small, genuine one. Sometimes shy. Sometimes proud. The kind of smile that appears only when you're looking at someone who warms your heart. And Jimin? Jimin always looks comfortable around Jungkook. As if he knows that wherever Jungkook is, that place is safe. His gaze toward Jungkook is full of trust. Trust that cannot be built in days or months. It's the result of time, shared experiences, and deep emotion. A bond like this cannot be planned. It cannot be forced by an agency. It cannot exist only for fan service. It is the result of two souls growing together, understanding each other, and choosing each other, again and again, even in silence. That's why this title feels shocking, yet strangely reasonable. Because when you watch how Jungkook treats Jimin, you see more than friendship. You see commitment, loyalty, a mature, quiet love that doesn't need the world's approval. Fan reactions have been deeply emotional. Many admit they cried just watching a short clip of Jungkook looking at Jimin. Others say it feels like witnessing pure love. Love without labels, without social expectations. Love that exists simply because two people choose to care for one another. Some say their relationship is like a poem never written, yet readable by anyone who truly pays attention. Others call them the definition of soulmate energy. Not because they are perfect, but because they naturally complete each other. And when people ask, "Why are you so sure?" the answer is always the same. Because feelings cannot be faked for long. Because eyes do not lie. Because bodies cannot pretend. The way Jungkook moves when Jimin is near, the way he becomes softer, more patient, more attentive, these are the most honest expressions of love. Jungkook may not wear a ring. There may be no official announcement. But every look, every small touch, every quiet act of care feels like a promise. A promise to stay. To protect. To choose Jimin, even when the world isn't watching. And maybe that is the truest meaning of marriage in this story. Two people deeply connected. Two people who care without needing to say it. Two people who seem to have made a silent commitment to each other. As many fans say, even if they never say it, their actions say everything. Jungkook doesn't need to say he loves Jimin. The way he treats him is already the answer. Every gaze is a vow. Every small kindness is a commitment. Every step closer is a wordless confession. And maybe this is the most beautiful kind of love. A love that isn't loud. A love that doesn't demand belief. A love that simply wants to exist, to grow, and to last. So when we ask, is Jungkook already married? Maybe the answer is yes, in the softest, deepest way possible. He is married to his own feelings. He has tied his heart to the one person who makes his world feel complete. And that person, without a doubt, is Jimin. If you feel the same quiet pull when you watch them together, if you believe love doesn't always need to be spoken to be real, then you are not alone. Tell us in the comments, do you think Jungkook is emotionally married? Does the way he treats Jimin feel like more than friendship to you? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow ARMY. Those who believe that true love can always be felt, even without a single word being said.